My name's Susan, and I just wanted to get your last name.
Washington.
Thank you.
Okay, again, good evening, everyone, and I appreciate you all being here this evening. As I said, Connie will be coming on a little bit later. She did let me know that. I have not heard from anyone else. We have the numbers keep increasing. We have about, I guess, about almost 30 people that say that they're interested in gun violence as far as they've joined the league, but they have not yet attended the meetings. So we have a few that are actually attending meetings, and that's okay. We'll continue to move forward. So I will start with welcome and introductions. I want to welcome our new member, Wanda Washington. Wanda just recently joined the league, and she and I are in another organization together. So I just give you a minute or two to say anything, Wanda, that you'd like to say.
Okay. Hi, like I said, I'm Wanda Washington. I'm a retired academic advisor at the University of Florida and also a graduate of the University of Florida. And when I joined the League of Women Voters, there were a couple of initiatives I was strongly and passionate about. One of those was gun violence and get out to vote. And when I reached out to Gwen about this organization, I said, I'm going to join the meetings to come and see what we're going to do to see, can we make some kind of an impact?
Thank you, and we're glad to have you. And well, you know me, and
Yes.
Suzanne, do you want to just give Wanda a little bit of information about you, about yourself?
Well, I've been a member for a while here in Gainesville for almost 3 years. I've been a member, and I'm just delighted to meet you and to have you as a part of our group. I agree with what you said. It was exactly why I'm here, as just what you said. So.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, and I will tell you, Wanda, that I currently serve as the league vice president and the chair of the gun violence prevention and safety committee. I actually have to look at those words when I say it sometimes because it's a lot. It's a long title, so I always have to look at it to make sure I'm saying everything that's a part of it. But gun violence prevention and safety is a state initiative. It's a legislative priority of the state league. So we as a local league have been working towards seeing what, as you said, what kind of impact we can make in this community in Alachua County. We've been meeting we've been meeting since December. The initial meeting that the city had regarding the summit started in August, but we've been meeting since December, and we started with what we call the listen and learn session, where we invited other agencies to come and speak to us about what we thought, what they're doing in the community, and how we could help in that regard. We decided that we didn't need to reinvent the wheel if there were things that we could do that we could piggyback on that they were already doing. So along with our own initiatives, we've been working with Moms Demand Action, and we had their legislative delegate come, and then we've also had the city commissioner Desmond Duncan Walker. We had someone from another league from the Broward County, and we had the new gun violence prevention manager from the city come and speak to us. So we're working toward action plan of our own that we need to accomplish. But again, we're going to do what we can in working with other organizations. Hi, Connie.
Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay. That's okay. You, Connie, we have a new member, Wanda Washington.
Hey, Wanda.
Hi, Connie.
Wanda is new to the league, and this is her first meeting. This might be your first league meeting of any type, right?
First one of any time.
Okay, all right. And there is a orientation that's accessible for you as well,
Okay.
to the league. So I'll
It's
make
the
sure you,
second Wednesday of the month, I think.
and you can find
Yes.
out the information on that on the website, right, Connie?
Yes, it's not there right now because I haven't got the June events up yet, but yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be on the lookout for that.
So that'll
Yeah.
give you more insight on what's going on. And I did see that you're coming to the annual meeting on Thursday.
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good, very good.
Mhm.
All right. So I told we both, Connie, we both told one a little bit about ourselves. So if you had something you wanted to just let her know about who you are and what you do, that would be great.
Well, I'm Connie Nicklin, and I have been with the League of Women Voters since 2017. And right now I am serving as communications chair. So I do
Okay.
the website, social media, emails, things like that.
She don't just do those things. She really does those things. She is great. Okay. She does excellent job. Yes. So where we are, you have your agenda there, and I've kind of given a recap of previous meetings by introducing Wanda to what we're doing. So that's where we are. So I'll move on to updates. There was a panel discussion on secure gun storage, which was facilitated by Moms Demand Action, and I served as a panelist on that panel, and I think it turned out well. It provided a lot of information, provided more context, and just things about safety and where we need to go with that and how we can work together. So that was recent on April 21st, and I believe there is an article on the website about that
Yes.
now. So if either of you want to read that, that'll give you more information about what that was about. I believe in partnerships and collaboration. So wherever we can partner and collaborate, that's what I'm going to push for. So the next thing that we had was a presentation at Oak Hammock on gun violence legislation. Again, that was done with Moms Demand Action. So we have a committee there, meaning the league does, and they asked, they contacted this committee to speak on the Florida legislation that's up. And since I knew Rebecca Darnell had a lot of that information, and she is the mom's lead, I got her to do a presentation. That went over well. There were probably maybe about 20 or 30 individuals present, and they had lots of good questions. So the chair of the Oak Hammock is Mary White, and she was very pleased with the turnout. And that's also recorded, and we record these meetings as well. So if you ever want to listen to any of that to find out more, to kind of get a background and get up to speed with what's going on, those are available. And the other meeting that I attended was the gun violence prevention state meeting. So the state league has a meeting, and I have started to try to be a part of that every month. And all of us, any of you are welcome to join that meeting as well. So, but at this particular meeting, they had what they called States United to Prevent Gun Violence. That was the speaker. That was my first meeting, and maybe one or two other so it's leagues from all over the state that are at that meeting. But the States United to Prevent Gun Violence is a national organization, and it supports the independent state-led gun violence prevention groups. It says that it recognizes that each organization is an expert, but they follow their leads while trying to amplify the efforts of the local leagues. So they have such things as social media. They have they say thousands of followers. So they put out information that that local leagues may be doing just to help to push those kinds of things. They assist with creating with strategic support and that. So that was the first time I believe that they had this organization come to speak. And I guess we'll be moving forward to see if Florida is going to join that, because there are states that are part of this. I know Florida has not yet joined, but and I can't offhand remember the states that are a part. But that was the main purpose of that meeting. That was the main gist of what happened during that meeting. Then they do kind of the same thing that we do. They have speakers, and on the next meeting is June 12th, and they're going to have a speaker at that meeting as well. So and matter of fact, when I mentioned listen and learn, the chair, she really liked that idea. She liked she liked how that sounded and what that meant. So she said she was gonna take that back and maybe start to use it herself. But listen and learn sessions. So that went well. Any questions about anything or any comments so far? Okay. The next is budget allocation. We actually have been allocated $500 for the coming year. And I want you to think about what we can do with that, how we can make that work, what kinds of things, because we're still trying to find our niche and where we need to go and what things that we need to do. I have had one, I don't know if they're organization or one group of people that have contacted me. They're having something during Juneteenth, and they asked if we could help sponsor. And I said, well, send us the information and we'll see what we can do, what we can do. I don't know that we can actually sponsor, but I definitely told them that we could table at those events and that we do give out gun locks. So I'm waiting to hear from them, because I've spoken to Brittany Coleman of the city, and I've asked her to try to make sure we know all the things that are going on so that we can be a part of. So she's the one that introduced me to this particular group. And forgive me that I can't remember all these names of what's going on, but it would be on I believe on June 15th that they would be doing some type of event where they will have a speaker on gun violence, but they will have tabling opportunities also. But I'm just waiting to get the actual information so that we can decide how we will move forward with that. And Wanda, what we have been doing on a consistent basis is distributing gun locks. So voter services tables at lots of events where we give out information on voter registration, early voting, vote by mail, how to update your information, returning citizens, lots of information, everything concerning voting. So we one of the things that was decided that gun locks would be given out to at each of those tabling events. So, and we were just giving the locks out, but now we have decided we need to keep up with how many gun locks we're giving out, because that's important. That's important to know that we're making an impact. So we're keeping up with the number of locks, and we're also having talking points. So we have something that says in front of the gun locks that says, ask me about gun violence prevention, to start the conversation. And we thank Susan for doing that.
Also, I want to, on all credit goes to Sheila. Sheila Allison, help me. She was with us last month when we met. It was really her wording that invited people to do just that. So I'm hopefully, I think she's taking care of a new grandbaby this month out of town, but I'm hoping that she'll be back with us next month.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, thank you for that. And Candy is also working on, we have another active member, Candy Birch, and she's working on labeling for the gun locks so that it will have our information that is complements of the League of Women Voters. And that's again to get our name out there. I mean, you know, we generally people know who the League of Women Voters are, but to know that the things that the activities are how active we are in the community. So we want that to be given back to us. So with the budget, we may decide we just need to think about what we need to do. There may be things that we need to purchase. We're not tabling just for gun violence yet, gun violence prevention. We're tabling alongside, as I said, voter services. But there may be a time when we're just tabling as it relates to gun violence prevention, and there may be things that we need to have for our table as well. So all of this, because we just started the committee in December, all of this is new and fluid. We to determine, you know, exactly where we fit in the community. So just think about those things. The Broward County League had lots of ideas on what we call swag for gun violence prevention, and also with getting other partnerships. Right now, we get our gun locks from Santa Fe Police Department through Commissioner Ed Book, who is also the police chief at Santa Fe, and through Veterans Affairs. There's a sergeant there who has access and have been working with us to have the locks as well. So we got plenty of locks right now. And we just want to make sure that they get out in the community. And if other organizations come to us and say, can we get gun locks? I think that would be good as well. So because the purpose is to get them out in the community and get them to the people who need to have them. When we talk about gun violence, you know, there are lots of things involved, and one of them, the highest, is suicide. It's the suicide it's leaving guns unattended. And one of the things about the suicide rate, if there's a gun lock, if there's a lock on the gun, that you got to take the lock off before you can use the gun. So that may give that person some time to think, you know, I don't really want to do this. So that's the purpose there. And of course, with the kids, the lock being on, that helps to prevent that as well. And there's also a big issue of guns being left in cars unlocked. So those are the kinds of things that we need to start talking about. We need to create what I'm saying, some kind of information card to give out and to talk about when we table. If we're tabling with voter services, we serve on that committee as well. But it would be great, you know, that if one of the members of this committee can be there, can be at the tabling, and that way, you know, we'll say that's a representative from, you might be representing voter services, but you could also represent the gun violence prevention. Take the lead on doing that. So those opportunities are there. And Wanda, as you read and see information, you'll see all the opportunities that are available to help. Right now, we have League at the library, and we are tabling every so often at the various libraries throughout the county. Now, and that took me right into next steps on the agenda. Table at events and volunteers. So please volunteer to do tabling as you can. And if you know of events that are coming up, please let us know about them so that we can see what we can do. What we want to do again is spread the word, the awareness, and do what we can to make a difference. And if you see other organizations that are doing things, and it might be of interest to say, hey, maybe they need to come and talk to us so that we can see how we can help, then that's what we need to do also. That talked about the information card, that I've talked about distribution. It's going to be a quick meeting, I think. But I do have, I have no meetings during the summer. And it was my thought that this would be the last meeting, but an idea came to me to have one more meeting. Anna Prizia is a county commissioner, and she is a recent member of the league. So she recently joined the league, and she's also a member of this committee. She's at least she signed up and said she was interested. So I thought that I might contact her and have her come speak to us, especially if she's a part of this committee. She's a part of the league, and then she's the commissioner. So it would be good to have her come speak to us about things that we can do and get involved. So we would have that contact. Recently, the Children's Trust Fund allocated $250,000 to the county for gun violence prevention. And Anna Prizia is the commissioner who made the motion to accept and to move forward with whatever. It seems like it's gun violence prevention and safety is just something that we just all trying to get used to coming up with what we need to do. How do we, it's so prevalent out there. What is it that we need to do? How can we help? So everybody's trying to find what needs to be done in that area. So I thought that having her come to the meeting in June would be the purpose of that meeting. And then we would not meet in July and probably not in August and start back in September. But that would, if she can talk to us, she may be able to kind of give us some insight and give us a lead on what we need to do, where we can start in the fall. What do you all think about that?
Sounds like a good idea.
Agreed.
Okay. Okay. Then we will have the meeting in June, and that's where we are. That's where we'll be. And then we'll take off for the summer. As Connie pointed out, we never really take off for the summer. But in our mind,
Summer is a lie.
Summer is a lie. So, and the other thing that we have that's coming up, June 8th at Mount Carmel Baptist Church, which is the church that I attend, we're having, we're celebrating 128 years, our 128th anniversary. Mount Carmel has been in this community for that long. And so we're having, on that Saturday, we're having a community resource fair. And the purpose is to get the community, not just members of the church, but the community involved. And we're going to pass our flyers throughout the community to try to get them there. We're going to have fun and games, food, that kind of thing. And we're going to have tabling opportunities. So guess who they put in charge of tabling opportunities? So the league will be there. They've the voter services has already agreed to be there. And we will have also hopefully Moms Demand Action. We're gonna have something on financial literacy and cancer disparities research will be there as well. So that's on June 8th. So if you're available, if you can, it's from 12 to 3. You can just come out. We have two volunteers that have agreed to table. So that's covered as far as the tabling goes. But please come if you can. And
do you need more volunteers?
Let me check with them and find out.
Okay.
All right, I will do that. The two that are doing it. And so that's all I have for now. Does anyone have anything? We're at any general comments, suggestions, questions. I still want you to think about how we need to move forward. I think we still really need to come up with a concrete plan on what that looks like. So just continue to think about that. Connie?
I was just gonna point out, if you guys saw the new Moms for Democracy ad. It was posted in the Moms Demand Action Facebook group. But it's very, very intense.
Mm,
I will put it in the chat
okay.
in case you guys want to watch it, but it was in there, in the Moms Demand Action Facebook group. And it was quite stark. Like,
Oh my God.
it was basically they simulate a child drowning, and the mom literally just sits at the edge of the pool and it prays for something to help the child that's drowning. And then it was all about hopes and prayers mean nothing, thoughts and prayers, for gun violence. It's the #1 killer. I mean, but you were just like, oh my gosh. It was just very stark.
Meaning that thoughts and prayers are good, but you got to take some action. Got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shared it to our Facebook page at some point later in the week, I think, but.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine that would be very intense, but
It was...
we do tend to do that, and sometimes even in other areas like mental health and that kind of thing, we say, well, we'll just pray for them, and hopefully everything will be better, and we won't do therapy and those kinds of things. So you got it. Thoughts and prayers are great, but action. It requires action in order to make a difference. And that's the thing. We talk about, we hope somebody would do something about gun violence. We hope somebody would do something about gun safety. When are they going to get that under control? Well, guess who they are? They are us. It's us as individuals. So we got to come up with what needs to happen there, and how we can make that difference in the community. We can't wait for it to happen. We got to be the change that we want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else?
Do you know this was the Sandy Hook children? They would have been the class of 2024.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't realize that.
I saw it today in the newspaper. They would have been the class of 2024.
Heartbreaking.
Mm.
That's heartbreaking.
Yes. It very, very much is so. It is. So it's a lot. It's a difficult task to take on. But any little difference that we can make, like when we gave out 6 gun locks, I was just excited. 6. I was excited. So, that was 5 more than we had done the time before. So any difference we can make that we can get this under control, because it is necessary. And part of, aside from gun locks and awareness and those kinds of things, we know that as it comes to kids, they need something to do. When I was told that the centers closed down at a certain time, like they're not available. They're not available for kids to go to when they need them. Like rather than going out and being in the street at 8 o'clock, what if there was a center open where they could go and have fun there or do things there? So they looking for mentors, they're looking for jobs, they're looking for things. So, and there are a lot of different areas where we need to focus on gun violence prevention. As I said, you got suicide, you got kids that are having access to guns, you got people stealing guns out of cars, and then you got people just generally killing people. And so we need to just think about what those needs are. And a lot of times we talk a lot about it, but we don't get in the community and really deal with it. Because we can all sit here and talk about it. We can have panel discussions about it. We can make presentations to people about things. But until we actually really take some action, and awareness is good, but then the next step is taking the action. So let's just think about when you have some ideas about, hey, I got an idea about what the gun violence prevention and safety committee can do. Please let us know, because we really do want to get out there and make that difference. All right. So next month we'll see if we can get Anna to come. Hopefully she'll be available, and then we will move forward from there. So our next, as I said, the next meeting coming up on Thursday is the annual meeting, and then the league itself does go on somewhat of a hiatus for the summer after the annual meeting. All right. Well, thank you all for being here.
Wanda, we'll look for you on Thursday.
Thank you. I'm coming by myself, so.
Oh, well, I am too. So
So good. So look for me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I know, Connie, you won't be there, right?
No, I won't
No.
be there.
Yeah. No, you won't be there in person, but you'll be there. Your presence is already there.
Yes, I'm in the process of working on things that will be up on the screen and be handed out and things like that.
Yeah. So so we'll see you then. And this is our first annual meeting since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you all have a good evening, and thanks again for being here. And we will reconvene in June, and we'll just see where we go from there.
Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
ladies.
Bye,
you.
Wanda.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Susie.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.